All right, Ultimate Hoops Nation, my name is Reid Nelson. This is Izzy Alcafas. This is This Week in Rec, Week 3, coming from Fridley. Big news out of the evening here tonight. Nothing extraordinarily special happened. New franchise 7 beat a team by 41 points. That team that they beat was, I'm blanking on it, Killer Bees. Anthony Brahma, 15 points, 24 boards, 10 assists, triple-double. They're St. Anthony High graduates from last season. Fun group of guys. I talked to them tonight. I'm not saying they're going to win a gold cup anytime soon, but does this team have a chance to make some noise this season?
Well, I wish I could tell you, but I haven't been able to watch a single minute of their games because I've been doing stats. So I don't know.
Just go with it.
I mean, I don't know. That's up to you. You've watched them. I haven't actually had. I could sit here and make stuff up, but based on their box scores and based on how much they're beating these teams by, then yeah, of course, because it's just they did it last week and they did it again this week. 2 weeks is good enough for me. That is
insight right there.
You want me to make some? Here, let me tell you, that Brahma guy with the triple-double, he is sick.
He is sick. No, they play good team basketball. They're a lot like Durant Jemima, young guys, but they really move the ball well.
Are they better than Durant Jemima?
Right now, I do think they are better than Durant Jemima. Okay, news out of Bloomington yesterday.
Well, what about the Klub? Klub lost tonight.
Klub lost tonight. I want to say the Klub's roster is at like 12 guys now. Maybe they've got 14 guys. I think this is Adam Kidd's first opportunity at being a GM. I think he's picking everybody who he thinks has talent, but you got to find the right mix of players, and you can't have too many guys. Playing time can't be too sparse.
Well, because you get out of rhythm. You have guys sitting on the bench for 10 minutes at a time. They come in, they get subbed out after 5 minutes, and you can't get a rhythm going. 9 is way too many. I think they have 9.
Is it 9? I thought it was 10.
It's 9. I think it's 9. It's 9's too way too. 8 is as high. That's you cap your team out at 8. And if they can't make it, then you just got to play a game or two with 4. But you can go 9. 9's just way too many.
So the Klub falls tonight. And it's a new franchise, so we might have gotten jumped the gun a little bit by ranking them where they were, which I think was 10.
Yeah, I didn't have them.
I'm not exactly sure.
I might have had them in my top 10.
So travel back to Bloomington 24 hours ago. Lakers 0-2 to start the season, saved their season against the Red Devils. Talk about that win and the Lakers going to 1-2.
Oh, it's huge. It saved their season. If they go 0-3, play the Rebels next week, and it would have been an awesome storyline because both teams would have won into that game 0-2. And,
0-3 for the Lakers, 0-2
for the Rebels. That game would have been so huge for both teams. Mm-hmm. And, I kind of wish it would have happened because it just would have been a more intriguing game. But now the Rebels are backs against the wall, and if they win, put the Lakers to 1-3, and the Lakers got to win. I'm guessing 3 more games in their schedule isn't easy, so that was a huge win for them. But yeah, I didn't think the Red Devils would come out as poorly as they did. They missed a lot of layups, and the Lakers took care of business. Kyle Tice actually showed up for once in a long time, and I think he was a difference in that game for sure.
Timber Puppies crawl back against the Bulls. I know you didn't get a chance to see that one. I caught the tail end in between the Rebels Guerrillas game. They were trailing for most of the game, but the Timber Puppies are going to be for real this season, obviously with Byrne. Junius had a good game yesterday. Andrew Hai had a good name. Is it Heiie?
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
It's one of the most unique last names I've ever seen. News of the week though is the Guerrillas defeat the Rebels 56-54. Great game. First off, let's just talk about the end of the game. Not the incident. Let's just talk about the end of the game. You guys are down 4 points with 20-some seconds left. Helmy hits a 3. Rebels inbound the ball. You steal it, and you get an and one. I think Tyler Hare got the and one. Chris Maher got the and one. And now all of a sudden you guys are up 2. Yep. That was a mind-blowing 4 seconds. Talk about that.
Honestly, it all happened so fast. Literally the 4 seconds in game time, but it was probably about 7 seconds in real time. So Helmy hits the 3, they inbound the ball. Jansen, ironically, Jansen took Maher completely out of the game yesterday, and then he assisted on the game-winning bucket to Chris Maher. It was just the most beautiful thing I could have witnessed last night, and I want to thank Ryan Jansen for that, especially what he did to me last season. So it was kind of nice to see him not as Superman for once.
I could see the frustration was visible on Chris Maher's face when he was sitting on the bench. What is it that Ryan Jansen does to him?
He's just very physical with him, and he's a strong body. Like, Chris is strong, but Ryan is stronger, and there's not many guys that have that strong of a body with that good of feet, and just incredible. And if Maher goes up against a guy that's stronger, he usually beats him with speed. If he goes up against a guy that's faster, he usually beats him with strength. Ryan Jansen's a perfect combination of both, and he does a phenomenal job with one arm.
Okay, minute and a half left in the game, or minute and 5-10 seconds left in the game. You guys are up 4. Helmy inbounds to you, tips away. Mons is going for the wide open layup. You trip him from behind. I'm not going to say it's cheap or dirty. It could be both. It could be either. It's not. I'm not going to be the one who decides what that is. But it ended up working in your favor. Now, Stanley's view was blocked by both Justin Martin and Dustin DuPont. You got away with it. From my view through the camera lens, I thought it was just incidental tripping. I had no idea that it was so completely blatant. Talk about what was going through your head there.
Stop the I literally had no choice. That was my instinctual reaction to do that. He beat me to the ball, and he got a step on me, and I couldn't grab him, and he had a layup, so I wanted to have them inbound the ball, and I just kicked. I didn't have a choice. So I just stuck my foot out. I mean, it was more of a kick, but I wanted to make sure that I stopped him. It worked, obviously, and I turned around. Expecting a foul call and hoping that it wouldn't be called an intentional foul or flagrant. And when it wasn't, I was just as shocked as everybody else.
Has Joe Neuenfeld threatened you with death?
He has not. He was actually very nice to me over text.
I have to know what he said.
He actually said that he wasn't upset. He basically insinuated that I did what I kind of had to do, and I don't mean to do it, but I had to do it. I didn't have a choice.
What conversation did you have with Justin after the game?
I went up to Justin. I said, I can't believe the foul wasn't called. I absolutely tripped you. I tried to trip you, and I'm sorry. I apologized to him, and I made sure he wasn't hurt, and he said he was fine. And I don't think at the time he realized what I had done. So he is like, yeah, no problem, man. Then when we went back and saw the film, he's probably just furious. And I don't blame him. I'd be pissed too. But it's one of those games, Rebels, Guerrillas, I mean, they're scrappy. They get dirty, and, it just brings out that's the best part of the rivalry. If I was playing another team, I probably wouldn't have done that because it doesn't mean as much. But I don't like losing to the Rebels, and I wanted to give us a chance, and I gave us a chance.
I mean, this season is going to be it's going to be crazy. I really highly doubt that anybody's going to escape undefeated. I mean, there's already teams that are Timber Puppies are 1-1, Bulls are 1-1, Rebels are 0-2. Lakers are 1-2. So I mean, some of these top end teams are not starting out the season undefeated. How me as a players committee is going to vote is I'm going to look at quality wins. I want to get that out there right now. We have 37 teams in this league. Some of the lower end teams have easier schedules. That's fine. Some of the top end teams have tougher schedules. The Guerrillas, the Rebels, the Turtles, they're playing the 7-8 toughest games that they can get. I'm looking at quality wins. Okay? So if a team like, let's just throw it out there, the Broncos ends 5-3, they better hope that one of those, for me, they better hope that one of those 5 wins is against a quality opponent, or their 3 losses aren't blowouts. Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. And every committee member is completely different, but that's just me. It's all about quality wins.
I totally agree. I take a 3-5 team that's played against 6 really tough teams, and they won 2 or 3 games over, 2 or 3 games over tough competition, than a 5-3 team that beat up on the bottom 10 teams in the division. So I honestly think this season a 5-3 team will get left out over a couple 4-4 teams. I think it'll work out that way based on the schedules.
Maybe, but with us expanding to 24 teams, the rec has expanded to 24 teams in the playoffs. So the 37 teams, 24 are going to make it. I don't quite see that happening, but it's possible. So
yeah. Another thing to keep an eye on. You didn't mention this. and nobody's talked about it. Garland Sanchez is back.
He is back.
And he's playing with St. Paul, which makes him very intriguing.
Garland Sanchez is back from a year suspension. I want to say it hasn't quite been a year yet. We're going to have to do a little investigating into that.
I think I like the fact that he's back. I think
I think it's good too. But I'm not exactly sure what the situation is, so I have to do a little research.
They're scary.
And they did win yesterday over the Bombers. Correct, St. Paul?
No, that's Riddlers.
Riddlers beat the Bombers. Looked good doing it.
St. Paul beat Durant Jemima, your favorite team.
St. Paul beat my favorite squad, Durant Jemima. Gold Cup favorites this season. All right, that's it here from week 3. We'll see you next week, week 4.
Justin, that wasn't a foul, Justin. I want to make sure that everybody realizes that trip wasn't actually. He dove. I actually think he dove because I don't remember making contact with him. We'll have to confirm with Justin.
I've never lost an argument, or I've never won an argument with you, so.